This tiny church in rural Rush County is the last remaining public structure associated with the Mount Pleasant Beach community, the oldest free black settlement in the state. It was built around 1865 and today is fully restored and stands ready to host descendants of the original beach church at annual family reunions. But in 2016, it was a property at risk. So much so that it earned a spot on Indiana Landmark's 10 Most Endangered list.
It's almost in a way an alarm bell saying, hey, if we don't act, we're going to lose this. A historic place that will never come back again.
Each year, 10 properties from around the state are selected, and that alarm bell is rung once more.
Sometimes they're grand pieces of architecture, sometimes they're small vernacular buildings. In some cases, it may be a group of buildings in a place or a community. These are not, easy marks for us. These are properties that are challenged and for which, at the time of the listing, there is no given solution. And hopefully, by the time they're removed from the list, we will have found some solution or at least a measure to protect the property so that future solutions can be found.
Busch Stadium in Indianapolis's Riverside neighborhood was one of the more challenging properties for Indiana Landmarks. It spent 3 years on their 10 Most Endangered list, beginning in 2008. This former home of the Indianapolis Indians, who had moved downtown in 1996, was slated for demolition by the city.
It was for a short time used as an auto racing park, and then it was, at its lowest moment, was a parking lot for cash for clunkers.
Today, it's housing. The former field is green space, and the grandstands are now one-of-a-kind loft apartments, developed and managed by Indianapolis's core redevelopment.
Which was an immediate success. They were leased up before the project was even completed. It's, I think, a wonderful and very creative, adaptive use of a historic property.
And a testament to the power of partnerships.
When we claim a success or a victory, I just want it to be understood that we understand that there are many players involved. There are philanthropists, there are community leaders who rally the troops at the local level. There are funders, technical people involved. It takes a lot of effort from multiple parties to pull one of these off.
One of the most recent and still ongoing projects can be found just north of the stadium lofts, in Indy's Riverside Park. The Thomas Taggart Memorial was created in 1991 to honor a man who served as Indianapolis's mayor, a U.S. senator, and a chairman of the Democratic National Committee. By the early 21st century, this limestone monument, the largest of its kind in the city, was in rough shape.
In 2010, I asked if the memorial to Taggart, and it was in ruins, quite literally, if it could be added to the 10 Most Endangered list. So it was in 2010 and again in 2011.
In 2019, thanks in large part to a $9.2 million Lilly Endowment grant, restoration of the Taggart Memorial began.
One of the many reasons to undertake this project was to hope that restoration of the memorial and to give it a practical use would help in the revitalization of the Riverside historic neighborhood. So now we'll have an amphitheater for the performing arts, light performance space in this historic neighborhood along the White River. It's a wonderful concept.
Of the 139 properties listed as endangered by Indiana Landmark since 1991, only 16 have been lost.
Again, there's this idea of, okay, we put it on the list, we got to come up with a solution for it. And that's really a big part, it's kind of my mantra here, is like, be a part of the solution. It's one thing to say, oh, don't tear it down, save it. But if you don't help find the solution, it's really not, you're not doing your job. So that's what we try to do with all these listings to the extent that we can.